Hey, this is Andrew bringing you another Keyforge deck reveal and review, and this is going to be a Keyforge Age of Ascension deck. This one goes all the way back to the first display box that I got of Age of Ascension, and I still have 4 decks, including this one from that display that I haven't opened. My last observation was that I was getting a lot of Mars in it, and it's not where I got my Martian Generosity Key Abduction deck. I got that as a prize at a local store, but anyway, we'll see if the Mars holds steady here or if I get something different. I do also have one other deck still left over from another source, but decided to go with one of these 4 for now. So this is from the I guess Chinese packaging. Oh, look, I did get Mars. We got Mars, Shadows, and Sanctum. So we'll see what we get here. I wouldn't mind getting another... I mean, the Martian Generosity Key Abduction with Sting that I had gotten before was pretty awesome. That one had Dees. This is Untamed, or Sanctum, so it's a bit different. And this one is called Young Chalster's Commander. Let's see what we get. Get that open. All right. Put the Archon card aside. That's kind of a cool, if you look at the picture there, it kind of reminds me of like a cartoon bear almost in the face. And then nice kind of loopy wings there. Alright, let's see what we get. We start off with a Collector Worm. 2 power, 5 armor beast, whose fight effect is that it archives the creature that it fights. Of course, if that creature leaves your archives, it goes to its owner's hand instead of wherever it would normally go. We have 2 of those. Okay. And then a Mind Warper. Mind Warper is a 2-power human scientist with, or a Martian scientist rather, not human of course, with elusive, and its action effect is that it can, it chooses an enemy creature, and that creature captures 1 amber from its own side. Quite useful. We have a Mind Worm, a 1-power beast with elusive, that before the fight makes the creature it's fighting deal damage equal to its power to each of its neighbors. Really nice if your opponent has big creatures, especially nice if they have a Shadow Self, because the Shadow Self will just kill itself. A Sky Booster Squadron, 4-power Martian soldier that on Reap returns itself to your hand. Vizima Think Drone, 3-power Martian scientist with the Reap effect. You may archive a friendly creature or artifact from play. So far, nothing with a strong play effect that we would really want to do that with, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. And interesting to note, 6 cards in, it's all creatures so far. A lot of creatures. Another Think Drone. Aha! Then we have the Ixilk's Dominator, which is a 9-power robot with 1 armor that has Taunt, and it enters play stunned. So, yeah, good for protecting, like maybe the Mind Warpers, maybe some stuff in other houses too, we'll see. Ooh, Combat Pheromones. This I like. It's an artifact with a bonus amber, and it has Omni. You sacrifice it, and you can use up to 2 other Mars cards this turn. That is, I mean, that's good with so many creatures, right? I've had it in an AoE deck previously, but it just didn't have a lot of creatures that stuck on the board. So with this, we actually have a chance to use those to really use the effect to full advantage. So that's nice. Cool. Red Planet Ray Gun is an upgrade with a bonus amber, and it gives the creature it's attached to Reap. Choose a creature, deal 1 damage to that creature for each Mars creature in play. And we have a lot of creatures, so that has a potential to be quite strong. A Brainstem Antenna. This is an upgrade that says that the creature gets, after you play a Mars creature, ready this creature, and for the remainder of the turn, it belongs to House Mars. So this is useful just for the ready effect, even on a creature that's already Mars. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have one more Mars card. So, you put it on, for example, the Mind Warper, and as you're playing other Mars cards, you get to ready it every time. But we'll see what we get in Shadows and Sanctum. We could get stuff that it would be even better with. But yeah, quite an interesting little upgrade there. And then we have Sniffer, which is an artifact with a bonus amber, and Sniffer exhausts and says for the remainder of the turn, each creature loses elusive. This is actually, if you're not in a game where this is going to matter, then this can be a quite useful thing to just throw back with the Think Drone if you don't have any other target, because that way you can replay it for an amber later. And is that, oh, I almost thought that was like a Nizek Resonator back there chasing the Sniffer, but I don't think it is. Okay. So on to Sanctum. We have Lion Boutrum. This is a 4-power human knight with 1 armor, and it has deploy, and it gives each of its neighbors +2 power. That can be pretty cool. Albaid is a 4-power spirit knight with 1 armor. On play, it captures 3, and when it reaps, you discard 1 from it. And this might be a decent Think Drone target if you actually burn through all that amber, which seems unlikely, but we could see. Blinding Light is an action with a bonus amber that says choose a house, stun each creature of that house. Could be quite nice. Chal the Safeguard is a 4-power human knight with 2 armor. It has deploy, so you can stick it anywhere you want on the battlefield, and it has taunt. Nice for giving protection to the little ones. Golden Aura is an action that lets you choose a creature. You fully heal that creature, and for the remainder of the turn, that creature is considered to be Sanctum, and it can't be dealt damage. Could get interesting use out of some of the cards here with, I mean, that could be great with Mindworm. Yeah, there's some other cards in there that could be quite good with, and we have 2 of them. So yeah, I think there's some decent targets for that. Hallowed Shield is an artifact that exhausts to choose a creature, and for the remainder of the turn, the chosen creature can't be dealt damage. 6, 7. Okay, we have 5 more Sanctum cards left. I want to see more creatures. We'll see. Okay, cool. Merrick. Merrick the Marked is a 5-power spirit knight with 1 armor, and after Merrick prevents damage with its armor, you capture an amber for each damage just prevented. Off the shelf, this just has the 1 armor, and we don't have any ways to boost the armor yet, so we'll see how that goes, but yeah, can be potentially quite good. Take Hostages is an action with a bonus amber that says for the remainder of the turn, each time a friendly creature fights, it captures 1. Nice with so many big creatures with armor, and this can be quite good with the Golden Aura too, right? If we get play Golden Aura, let's say on Dominator, go fight with Dominator or capture 1 on it, that's probably going to stay on it for a while. Cool. We have Grey Rider. This is a 2-power human monk with deploy, so it can come in anywhere, and on play, fight, or reap, you can ready and fight with a neighboring creature. Again, this I wouldn't mind having next to maybe the Dominator. Can get some fights in with the Dominator. The Dominator's protecting the Grey Rider. Good synergy there. Could be good next to like one of the Collector Worms as well. It's good potential there too. Gorm of Om is an artifact that can Omni sacrifice itself to destroy an artifact. Good way to control opponent's artifacts. Oh, and by the way, I think Grey Rider is not a bad target for Think Drone, especially because his ability triggers on play. It triggers on fight and reap too, but if you're worried about him surviving, then pulling him off the board that way might be a good option. And then lastly, oh, this is cool. We have Rothay the Fierce, who's a 4-power human knight with 2 armor and taunt and hazardous 4. So this becomes really hard to deal with, and of course the creatures next to it are going to have a good time. And yeah, we have, let's see, 6 creatures in Sanctum. I think some interesting synergies here, and interesting cross-house synergies between Mars and Sanctum so far. So I'll be interested to see what we get in Shadows. Of course, I'm always hoping for some Ronnie. I'm always hoping for Too Much to Protect. And then other stuff is sort of frosting on the cake. We'll see. We'll see what we get. All right. Furtive Investors is an action with a bonus amber. And when you play it, if your opponent has more amber than you, you gain an amber for each key they have forged. And it's always the 1 amber, so it's never a terrible card. Okay, Sucker Punch. I've had good times with Sucker Punch. It's an action with a bonus amber. It has alpha, so it has to be the first thing you do on your step 3. And when you play it, you deal 2 damage to an enemy creature. And if that creature is destroyed by that 2 damage, then you archive Sucker Punch. A little counter synergistic with things like Collector Worm, but so stings Drone. I think it's fine. And yeah, it has, if you can deal with, this is good for dealing with things like Dusk Witch or Grey Monk or Grey Rider, things like that. Oh, Swindle. So this is another card with alpha, so obviously we can't play these two on the same turn, but Swindle's going to be the whole turn anyway. Swindle is alpha and omega, so it just takes up your whole step 3, and when you play it, you steal 3. And at the right time, it can be quite good. It's not always good, just depends. Whistling Darts is an action with a bonus amber, and it deals 1 damage to each enemy creature. Cool story. No creatures yet. Okay, we have Brend. Brend is a 3-power elf thief with Skirmish. When you play him, your opponent gains 1, and when he's destroyed, you steal 3. So far, the only way I have seen to reliably get rid of Brend is going to be with the Red Planet Ray Gun, because we can do that to our own creature. And that's really it so far. So we'll see what else we get. I'm a little concerned about Brend here. Brend next to Little Nif isn't terrible. If we can get repeated use out of that, that has potential. Little Nif is a 2-power elf thief with Omega, so when you play Little Nif, your step 3 ends. Deploy, so you can put Little Nif anywhere on the battlefield, and elusive. And after a neighbor of Little Nif is used to fight, you steal 1. So that's pretty okay. Oh, and I got my Plague Rat deck. Wow. We could get up to 5 Plague Rats here, up to 6 Plague Rats. I have 5 more cards to reveal. We just revealed 1 Plague Rat. So Plague Rat is a 1-power beast and rat. It has elusive, and when you play it, each non-rat creature is dealt a damage for each rat creature in play. The fewest I've heard of in a deck is 4. The most is 7. We obviously don't have 7. We could have 4 and have 2 other cards here. Now the interesting thing is this isn't going to this will kill Brend. So actually this is great. This means there's a good chance we kill Brend with the Plague Rats. It also kills Grey Rider pretty fast. Our Sanctum stuff might be okay. Some of our Mars stuff might be okay, but a lot of stuff is going to fall over to this. So, fun times. Okay, let's see how many more Plague Rats we get. So we should have 2, 3, and 4. We'll see if we get 5. We did. And will we get 6? We did. We got 6 Plague Rats. And honestly, I mean, the only other 2 Shadows creatures in here are Little Nif and Brend. I'm pretty happy with this because of the Brend. I mean, if I have Brend and 2 Plague Rats in hand, that's essentially gain 1, steal 2, and probably wipe the board. So that could be pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this. I think that's a pretty interesting setup. We'll see how it goes. It could work out a lot less good than I think, but I think there's strong potential there. There's a lot of interesting stuff in Sanctum, and stuff that can actually maybe survive through some play rats. So, and if you have Merrick on the board and you play a couple play rats, you're gonna capture on him, which is good. So that might even work a little bit synergistically. Yeah, that's real interesting. Okay, cool. Well, I'm excited to play this thing. Have to bring it to Chainbound. I might bring that tomorrow night. I had another one I was thinking I'd bring, but this one seems real interesting. I might bring that. But anyway, that's Young Chalster's Commander. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. And good luck forging some keys.